Hey there, book lovers. I'm Haley.
And I'm McCayleigh. Welcome to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist,
The official podcast for the Facebook group, All Things Book Related.
We're two besties who are here to share our love for unforgettable characters, unpredictable storylines, and the books we just can't put down.
From our all-time favorites to the latest releases, we're bringing you deep dives, hot takes, and maybe a little friendly disagreement.
So grab your favorite read and let's get ready for some bookish fun. Okay, guys, we're back, and we already know you're looking for your next 5-star read. With a 4.2-star rating on Goodreads, One Shot by AC Wonderland is the slow burn hockey romance you didn't know you needed. Think Golden Retriever energy meets dark secrets, a forbidden connection with a former teammate's sister, and a morally gray twist that'll have you questioning everything. If you love cinnamon roll captains and slow burning tension on and off the ice, this one's for you.
One Shot is available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon select indie bookstores, and at acwonderlandwrites.com. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We are so glad that you're here with us today. We've got a super fun episode planned for you guys.
That's right. Today we're kicking off summer the best way we know how, by talking about the books we cannot wait to read in the sunshine. Or the AC, let's be real.
So whether you're planning a beach day with a rom-com in hand or curling up with a fantasy on a stormy night, we've got recs and reads lined up that we're so excited about.
Some of these are new releases, and some have been sitting on our shelves for way too long. And some are just pure impulse picks, no judgment.
Alright guys, let's dive into our summer TBRs, but before we do, McCayleigh, how have you been?
Good. I feel like I've been on and off about writing, what have I been up to, so I remember what to tell you, and then I really thought I wrote it down, and I'm looking at my notes right now, and they're blank, so maybe I imagined it, or I wrote it on the wrong script doc, whatever, somewhere. So, for the most part, pretty good. Look what my friends did for me. A few of my friends, they bedazzled Isle of Beasts and Shadows. It's so cute. It's staying on my shelf forever. I love it. It's a treasure. I want to bedazzle books now, and you have to get into bedazzling books, Haley. We did it at our last book club, and it was not as hard or difficult or tedious as I really thought it would be, but better to me than a puzzle or putting Legos together because you can do other things while you're bedazzling.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely recommend. And then my friend Adrian was clearing out her books because she's moving. Yeah.
What?
So she gave me a stack of her books. And this was one of them. And by the way, this is Throne of Glass. It's the original cover, in case you're not watching the video. And I messaged her. I was like, are you sure you know what you gave me? Because people brag about having this. Do you want it back? And yes. And she was like, oh, no, you'll appreciate it more. She was like, I already have the new ones. I was like, oh, I do too. But this will stay on my shelf forever, for sure. So that was very kind of her. And I love it so much. Keeping that forever. I also had a bachelorette trip. That was fun.
McCayleigh and I finally saw each other for the first time since, October?
Yeah, it was October. The first time since Haley moved away. It was in October at the Texas Renaissance Festival, and that's where we celebrated my birthday. So finally, a weekend ago, we finally caught up with each other in Dallas, and I got to see the lower half of her body. It's just
She kept telling people, like, I can see the lower half of Haley's body. I was like, yep, these are my legs.
So that was fun. It was amazing to catch up. It's crazy to see someone on a screen and then realize you're real, you're 3D. That's crazy.
And it's like we talk to each other every day. McCayleigh was mentioning to someone else we had an interview with, and she said, the way we talk to each other now, we don't even say hi, how are you? We're just like, go off of something we've been talking about, because we talk to each other constantly.
Yeah, it's redundant to say hello at this point.
Yeah. This is the 5th time I said hello today.
Yes! Oh my god. But what about you? What have you been up to?
So by the time this episode comes out, I graduate a week from today. Yeah, so when this episode comes out, I graduate in 2 days.
Wow.
So when you listen to it, just think about me.
Oh my
and I graduate.
Gosh.
This has been a long time coming, and I am ready to get it over with. School sucks. I hate school. If you go back and listen to all of our episodes, I talk about how I like school and I want to get a master's, and then the next episode it's me saying I hate school. Whoever told me to do that, and then the next episode it's me saying I want to do it. And one of our listeners, literally DM'd it to us, and they were like, "You are so bipolar, basically, with what you want to do with school." But I graduate soon, so that's exciting.
Yay! Congrats!
Thank you. I have something to say about McCayleigh's Bachelorette. It was so fun, but we played Jeopardy and my group won, of course. But there was one book question. So embarrassing. I got it wrong.
It was the only book question on that Jeopardy game.
I got the question wrong. And here's the thing, listeners. If you've been listening to a long time, maybe you can answer this. The question was, who is McCayleigh's favorite book boyfriend? I said Rhysand. So I need y'all to go back and clip every time McCayleigh's talked about Rhysand. Because she said her favorite book boyfriend was Kingfisher from Quicksilver. Girl, what?
Dude!
Bye.
Oh my god, if you go back far enough, okay, the Quicksilver episode, I was swooning. I still think about that man, that fictional man. I love him. I would take him over Rhysand. Rhysand, for whatever reason, still makes me mad in A Court of Silver Flames. That's my ick with Rhysand, is him and Silver Flames. Just because Nesta's point of view, I was feeling it too, girl. Yeah, I don't like him either. But I do, up until that book.
That was embarrassing. Literally, I was like, I do this podcast with her. I don't even know her anymore. I'm like, should I even do this with her still? Like, what?
Like, should we just quit? Okay, guys, and before we kick off the episode further, I am doing the final art call for Isle of Lies and Legends. This is your last chance to sign up for a chance to receive a PR box, which includes a physical copy and some extra goodies, and also the ebook version of both Isle of Lies and Legends and Isle of Beasts and Shadows. You are not required to read Isle of Beasts and Shadows first. Isle of Lies and Legends is a prequel, so you can read it in whichever order you choose, and you can find the link on our Instagram or any of our socials, and the link can be found in the description of the episode as well.
So go sign up. Stop this episode. Go sign up. Click the link in our description.
Don't miss out.
So what have you been reading?
So I just finished Wings of Starlight, and that was really good. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. It was my whole childhood in a book, and I, like, to this day, I turn on the Tinkerbell movies when I'm working or something, because I already know the plot. I already know what you know, I don't have to watch it. So it's like my background noise. I love Tinkerbell. And I also bought Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is Harry Potter book 3. I have not started listening to it. I'm not currently reading anything at the moment, just because I am kind of drowning right now in life and preparing to elope with my fiance and all the things. So we are currently doing that, and hopefully, like, my goal though, it was to finish all the Harry Potter books before I make it to Scotland next month, which is less than a month, by the way. A month from today, I'm getting married. So
that's crazy.
That is insane. I was really hoping, to finish everything, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But yes, what about you? What have you been reading?
I will say Prisoner of Azkaban is one of the best books in the series.
Really?
In Prisoner of Azkaban, the series itself takes such a darker turn, and it is so different than the first 2 books, so it's so good. I am just so giddy listening to McCayleigh talk about her experiencing the series for the first time. I love it.
That gets me so excited. I can't wait to read it. I've loved the first 2 so far, so.
Yes. I have been reading A Touch of Darkness, and that is the Hades and Persephone series. The first one was good. The second one, trash. Did not need to be written. Here's the thing. The second one is the first book written in Hades' point of view, so it's just super repetitive. And I feel like I really didn't need that book. You can read my review on Goodreads. It was just so long and boring, and I was like, I know it's going to happen because I've already read it, so blah. The third book is good. It's just super spicy. It's a little bit more spicier than I normally read, but it's just good. Pretty chill. And I'm also reading this book called Night Weaver. I'm on about a quarter of the way into it, and it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think McCayleigh, you would love it. It is so good. I just started it. She's actually a local author to my hometown. She lives, I think she's from outside of Waco, and so she goes to this bookstore there that I used to go to all the time when I was a kid. So when I go back to Waco. I need to go meet up with her and have her sign my book.
Yes. Isn't her name R.M. Gray?
R.M. Gray, yeah.
R.M. Gray, yes. I follow her on Instagram, and she is so responsive. She is answering the comments. Every time I comment, it makes me feel so special. I'm like, wait, I want to keep commenting on your stuff and sharing it, because she's the one to be, thank you so much, and, you know, that's why I want to read her book. And it's also on my TBR, too. I would love to have her as a guest. I think her content is amazing.
Let me go ahead and, like, shoot her an email after this, being like, what are you doing?
Absolutely.
Like, summer.
Go ahead, send her this reel that I will make right now. Oh my god, but yes.
We are putting it out there in the world.
Yes, I think that's absolutely incredible. She's definitely up and coming.
Well, let's get into our summer TBR. So let's kick this off. McCayleigh, what makes a great summer read for you?
I am always in the headspace for romantasy all the time, so it's really hard for me to ever branch out, whether it's, you know, just a rom-com or anything anything modern day. That's hard for me to just be like, I want to read that. So unless it's a palate cleanser, then I probably won't touch it. So I am stuck on such a long TBR that I probably will just continue the same TBR. I'm boring. I don't have any seasonal moods at all. Unless I'm on the beach, then I might want to read Beach Read by Emily Henry.
Yeah.
Unless I'm there in the moment and have the book with me, then I'm probably going to still be reading the rest of any romantasy series that I've already started.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I used to be the same way, but last summer I read a rom-com during the summer at the beach. I was like, oh my gosh, the experience of reading a summery book when it's the summer, when you're at the beach, is so nice. So for me, I have to be in that headspace of on vacation for me to read anything different than a fantasy romance book. Because I feel like 90% of the time, I will read a romantasy, and then sometimes, like McCayleigh said, a palate cleanser. I will pick up that rom-com, beachy road trip type book. So
yes,
yeah,
let's go ahead and dive into our summer TBR picks. And for this, we selected, or we were supposed to select 4 books to read over the summer. Spoiler warning, I did not pick 4.
Oh.
I know, yeah. So anyways, Haley, what are your book picks?
My first pick is called The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gilling. She is the one that did the Shepherd King duology, which was so good.
Yeah, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. Oh, that was really
Best
good.
duology ever. So good. It actually comes out next week. Rachel, if you're watching this, I have been emailing your publishers for probably 6 months begging for an art copy. Never got it. It's okay, though. I still love you. But just know I tried. I'm still gonna buy it. But it's just like gothic, and it's about this girl who I think can foretell the future, I believe. And so she is... It's also like a dark romance. I'll just put it at that. It's supposed to be like a dark romance. Sorry, Rachel.
Then she's like, oh, you did not get selected for an arc, girl.
She's like, good deal, I didn't send you one. And the thing is that I posted about it. I was so desperate, I posted about it on my Instagram. Girl liked my, DM, and she liked my story. I was like, and, her publisher, Orbit, I tagged them, they liked it too, so I was like, oh, perfect, when is it gonna get here? Never came.
They're just actively ignoring you, and they're letting you know.
I know. They're like, we are here, we are on your page, but we don't like your stuff, sorry.
Boo.
Sorry.
So picky.
Okay. My next one, well, I've already talked about this one, Night Weaver by R.M. Gray. I've already started it, so I don't know if it still counts, but I'm reading it right now. And like I said, it is Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think I even put on Goodreads, one of my updates, I was like, Pirates of the Caribbean? So good. I actually just watched the first movie, a couple months ago, because McCayleigh recommended it to me. Yes. It is so good.
Now you gotta watch the rest.
I know. The next one is Summer in the City by Alex Astor. That's a rom-com. I did not enjoy her fantasy Lightlark. It was just bleh for me, but I've heard so many great things about her rom-com. And this one, the blurb for this is a swoony, fast-paced rom-com set in New York City in which a screenwriter and a sexy tech CEO go from lovers to enemies and back to lovers again. And then my final one, this is actually a book club read for a book club here, and it is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. And the blurb for this one is, two writers compete for the chance to tell the larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple of plot twists up her sleeve. So I'm excited to read that one. I've only read one book by Emily Henry, and it was Funny Story, which McCayleigh recommended to me, and I really enjoyed it. I think that her writing was super easy to get into. So hopefully I like this one.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would also like to read more Emily Henry books because I also have only read Funny Story, but I own Beach Read, and I would love that to be my next. But I've just got so many other books I want to read. When am I ever going to get through all of these? It's insane. I'm not going to live long enough to read all these books.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
As for my summer TBR picks, I did not pick 4 books. I picked like 7 different book series. And I know I probably will have all of them unfinished still. But as of right now, I will be gone out of the United States for a whole month, and I will be off traveling Europe and Asia. So I will be a little busy for a whole month out of the summer. But ideally, our first stop is Scotland, and I had originally hoped that I would finish all the Harry Potter books and just in time to, like, see the actual Hogwarts Express. I was literally about to say,
like, you could go and see all the sites. Just put me in your suitcase when you go. Like, I'll just, like, tag along.
Yeah.
Christian will probably be like, oh, no way.
No.
Just, like, pack me in there.
Right? No, we are going to see some of the film set locations. The Black Lake, I think it was called. I'm not there yet. But my travel agent was like, oh, you're into Harry Potter? Here's all the locations. And I was like, what is that? Let's go. Okay, I don't know what it is yet, but it's in the movies. And then we're also...
Take so many pictures.
Absolutely. We're going to London. We're going to go see the platform, and we're going to do some Wizarding World experience. I know, I'm very excited. But yes, I ideally would have wished to have finished everything by then. I do not think it's going to happen. Granted, I will have a very long plane ride there, and then my last destination will be Japan, and that is a very long plane ride back to the US. So hopefully I can get a lot of reading in. I don't think I will be bringing physical copies because I do not think I can carry around that many books for that long. So I will have my handy dandy phone and audiobooks ready to go. But I just, like I mentioned earlier, I have downloaded and bought The Prisoner of Azkaban, which is, book 3. And then I have to finish the rest of that series. And then if I do finish the rest of that series, I would love to finish the Cruel Prince series because there's only 2 books left in that series that I have to read.
There's more, bro. That's not it.
What? I have the box set, and there's only 2 books.
I'm missing a couple. There's, what else is there? The Stolen Heir is a part of it. There's another one called The Prisoner's Throne that's a part of it. There's How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories. There's probably, 3 more books in the series. I haven't read the other 3, but I know that you're supposed to read the other 3. I just haven't gotten to them.
What?
But I know that there's more.
Well, that just...
I don't know.
That just ruined my summer plans because I had a plan. It was finish Harry Potter and then, only 2 books left in the Cruel Prince series. Then I can just knock that series out. Well, apparently I can't do that anymore. But a list of series of all of them that I have started but have not finished are Harry Potter, The Cruel Prince, The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, From Blood and Ash, and The Light Lark. So all of those are currently unfinished, but started for me, and I need to knock that out before I lose my brain, because...
Yeah. You've got so much going on.
Y'all, I am not even doing the real traditional wedding thing. I cannot imagine the people that are, because how are you still sane? Because I'm leaving. I'm not doing the guests or anything like that, and I'm still losing my brain. So I would just have already died by now. I don't know. Yeah. Everyone else except me must have superpowers or something, because I cannot.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, we have a little bonus round, guys. We are just going to do some shared picks. And these are books that we both plan to read this summer, and we have picks for each other.
All I want McCayleigh to do is this summer, just please finish Harry Potter. I don't care what you read. Just put Harry Potter first, please.
That is the plan.
So then we can get into Manacled, and we can read Manacled.
Yes, are you like
mechanics...
actually going to reread it with me?
I will reread it. Yeah, I mean, I think I read it the first time in like I think I told everyone like a day, maybe two. It was that good.
That's
and
a thick book.
It's like 1,000 pages. It's crazy good. And there's also pictures too. Manacled is so popular. It's got all these reads. If you look it up in Goodreads, it's like so popular. All these people make artwork for it and give it to the author, and she's like put it into her copy of Manacled. And so when you click on a link for a piece of art, it'll pull up what the author drew, and like it'll take you to Tumblr. Which, that is such an old thing to say, Tumblr. But yes, I know. It'll take you to Tumblr and you can see all of their artwork, and it's so cool.
Wow. Yeah, no, that is TBR worthy for sure. And
yes,
I do need to read Manacled because there's a future episode that we would like to do a collab for.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to get that one done.
I told them, I was like, I don't know if McCayleigh would be done.
I say, I'm out a month. Wow,
like,
but
we'll see.
Fingers crossed it might happen. We'll see how much travel time translates to audiobook listening time. How fast can I start listening to these audiobooks? We'll see.
Yeah.
And then for Haley, I also have the book on my shelf. I have Summer in the City by Alex Astor. It is such a cute book. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it for you guys. Okay, this book, so cute. Just take a look at the cover.
So cute.
I made it a point to go to Target and get the Target edition because when you open it up on the inside, there's a little Target on their map.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
It's so cute, and the edges are just adorable. And this is, like Haley had mentioned, this is Alex Astor's first modern day romance, rom-com kind of book. Because her other series is the Lightlark series, and that's fantasy romance. But very excited. The cover, it just immediately, you just want to buy it just to have it on your shelf at the bare minimum. But I would also love to read this with Haley, and I follow Alex Astor on Instagram. She's very good at her social medias and responding to people.
Is just
So yes, so I think that's really good on authors who do that because it makes me want to buy their books and read them because it's a game of psychology and it's working.
All right, before we go, let's talk about a couple of TBR picks from our listeners that they responded on our Instagram poll. A couple of people responded. So our very first one we have is from Chloe.Mummy. She has a lot she wants to read this summer. This is crazy. She has not read Fourth Wing. What? She wants to read Fourth Wing, the Chestnut Spring series, which I think that's like a cowboy romance. I haven't read it yet. A Great Big Beautiful Life. I have heard that book will destroy you emotionally. I have not read it yet because I am afraid. So good luck, Chloe. She wants to read Yours Truly, which that's by Abby Jimenez, I believe, and then The Deal, which I haven't heard anything about The Deal, but Fourth Wing is crazy. I can't believe you haven't read Fourth Wing. Like, girl, where have you been?
That was like destroying the internet.
There's one girl that is in our Facebook group, All Things Book Related, and she is in our reading challenge, and we talk to her every day. Denise, if you're listening, I'm talking about you. But she has not read Fourth Wing, but her husband just started it, and so we were all in the chat, like, bullying her, like, you have to start this, like, you have to read this, please read this. And she owns all the copies, but she doesn't want to read it until the series is ended. And so she actually texted us this morning with a picture of her holding Fourth Wing, and she said, I guess I'll start it today. You guys convinced me.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, I love it.
There is another one from Purple Days 41401, and she wants to read Quicksilver. You can read it and then go back and listen to our episode all about Quicksilver. McCayleigh and I have total polar opposite views about that one.
And that is where you will hear me say, he is my boyfriend. I swear, we had our whole book boyfriend episode. Were Rhysand and Kingfisher never pitted together? Because now I'm wondering.
No, probably not.
I'm going to go back and listen. Because if they are, I'm going to DM you later, Haley. I'm going to send you the reel. I'm going to make a reel out of it. Oh my gosh, that is funny.
Okay, this is from doublebooked_pod. They're another bookish podcast. They want to read Say You'll Remember Me. And I think that's another Abby Jimenez one. I want to read Abby Jimenez so bad. I need to get into her. Something about Abby Jimenez, so I don't know if I've ever talked about it on here. I don't even think I've told McCayleigh, but I was thinking into the future, like, okay, we both want to read this author. Maybe we can do an episode just solely focused on one of her books. And I found out she's a baker. So I was like, how cool would it be for us to purchase some of her cupcakes or something and we can eat them while we do this episode? So I was like, that is so cool. Let me look more into it.
That is
Her
neat.
cupcakes for like 4 of them maybe were $100. So I was like, yeah, that episode's not gonna happen. Sorry. I was like,
what?
dang. But I mean, people are paying for it. She is so popular, so it makes sense. But I was like, oh, that is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And she just ships them? That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Well, she was on that baking show. Baking competition.
Yeah.
Was it Cupcake
Yeah,
Wars?
she was. I don't
what
remember what it was. Maybe? But I know, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
A dream to own like a bakery, and she's an author. Like, that's crazy.
That's insane.
One thing that I've heard about Abby, I think it's Abby, is that she does not write on a computer. She does it all on the notes app of her cell phone. I could be wrong. I have heard that somewhere, like through the grapevine about Abby Jimenez, is that she writes all her stuff on her notes app on her cell phone, and she doesn't ever type anything up on a computer.
If that's
like,
true, that's psychotic behavior.
And she has so many books out, so I'm like, that is wild.
Oh my god. Can I go through her notes, like, real quick? You know, just, can you imagine?
I know. Imagine, like, I want to change, like, something at the beginning. Scrolling forever. Oh my god.
Wow. Hopefully it's just, like, ideas. I hope. Because
Maybe.
I could not function that way. Like, I'm
No.
type B, but I'm not that type B.
Alright guys, well that's a wrap on today's episode of Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We hope you enjoyed listening to us talk about our summer TBRs. We would love to hear what you thought about this episode, so send us a message or comment on our socials.
Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting us. If you're interested in being a guest on our podcast, check out our Instagram or Facebook page at Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. There's a sign-up form in our link tree. From our link tree, you can also visit our website, sign up for our email newsletter, and check out our merch.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Haley's.books.
And you can follow me on Instagram at McCayleigh Daniels.
Join us for our next episode. We will be talking with author Jenny Grimes. So excited. Can't wait for you guys to listen.
And you can expect a podcast episode from us every Thursday. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.